Hey everybody, what is going on? So today we're going to talk about the Disney fandom. Okay, we're going to dive into the dark world of the Disney fandom. Now, I've been part of the Disney fandom since the late 90s, okay, since the AOL dial-up days. So yes, I feel very old, but it's not my first rodeo. I mean, I've been here for a long time in this community, and I've seen all of the cycles and the ebbs and flows of this community, and really it hasn't changed at all. And I'm not even kidding with you. It hasn't changed aside from the technology that we use to access the community. You know, now it's through Twitter and like Instagram or what have you, where before it was like AOL news groups, right? The community hasn't changed at all. You know, right now, the big supervillain, bad guy, is Bob Chapek, okay? Everyone talks about how terrible Bob Chapek is, but in the late 90s, it was Paul Pressler, and then going into the early 2000s, it was Cynthia Harris. The list goes on and on and on. Jay Rizzullo, every president, every person that's ever had the parks or the resort or whatever, they've always been demonized. And look, I'm not saying that each and every one of these executives has done a great job. They haven't. There have been executives that have done very bad things. I think Paul Pressler is one of those executives that did a lot of damage to Disneyland. And I think Bob Chapek is not a great head of the parks and resorts. I don't particularly care for the guy. Although I also don't think he's a mustache twirling supervillain like a lot of people, you know, paint him out to be, you know, on Twitter. So, you know, just the overall fandom, it's really funny. There's a lot of, like, I'm going to call it paranoia, you know, a lot of paranoia out there about these parks and about change. And, you know, our friend over at Offhand Disney, you know, if you're not subscribed to him, give him a sub. He's awesome. He does great work. But he did a video recently, link up above, and he was really talking about how fandom, you know, the Disney park fandom, how they're really, they really push back against change. Anytime there's a change announced, the fandom goes nuts. You know, like when Tower of Terror was announced to be changed to Mission Breakout, there was so much outrage. I remember when I first started this channel, like, you know, almost 3 years ago now, some of that Mission Breakout outrage was some of my earlier videos, and it was just funny to see everyone freaking out over that ride. And now it's like a fan favorite. Now everyone loves Mission Breakout. Can't imagine the world without it, right? But the lead up into that attraction was drama. It was a total, you know, bleep show for months or a year going into that. And it's just funny. It's an endless cycle. And I see a lot of that negativity right now with various things, whether it be for Avengers Campus at California Adventure or, you know, the changes in entertainment. And it's really funny to watch the fandom go through these cycles. And the purpose of this video is just to tell you guys, look, Disney parks are meant to evolve. They're meant to change. They're gonna change. The attractions, the entertainment, they're all meant to change. This is what, and I know it sounds cliche and I know it sounds really corny, but this is what the Disney parks are meant to do. Walt wanted these parks to evolve. Now, the evolution, you can support the evolution, you can support the idea of change, but that doesn't mean that you have to love every change, right? You don't have to love Mission Breakout if you don't want to. You can prefer the Tower of Terror. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's have an open mind. Let's embrace change. This is what Walt wanted. This is supposed to be a sandbox for creatives to play in and constantly evolve and play and create new things, right? It's not meant to be a museum. This isn't the Walt Disney History Museum in Anaheim. This is the Disneyland Resort. This is this is Walt's playground for creativity. This is the thing that he wanted to constantly change. So look, I'm just saying, let's have an open mind when it comes to change. Let's have an open mind when it comes to new entertainment, because you know what? Sometimes the new thing might be your new favorite thing. It might be the new thing that becomes a tradition for you or your family. You never ever know. Mission Breakout is a perfect example of that. Okay, look, another thing I really want to touch upon here too is the name calling. You know, I've been called a shill. Yeah, you guys have no idea how many times I've been called a shill, whether it be here on the YouTube comments or on Twitter. I get called a shill constantly because I tend to err on the side of positivity. And people automatically assume, hey, if you're positive, you must be getting paid by Disney. You must be going to brunch with Bob Iger at Jeffrey's in Malibu every weekend or something. There's no reason why you should be so positive about Disney. I'm positive about Disney because you know what? I like the change. I do. It's fun for me. I like to watch things evolve. I like to watch it change. Okay? It's crazy. Now, on the opposite side of the coin, you know, a lot of people that are more negative, they get called names too. Hater and yada, yada, yada. And that's equally wrong. You know, they shouldn't be called names either. And it's just all really silly in my opinion. So all I'm saying is let's embrace the change. Let's try to have fun with it. Let's get excited about it. If you don't like it when the final product comes out, that's fine. If you love it, that's also fine. But let's at least have an open mind, you guys. You know, I just see so much on Twitter, people shutting things down before they even open, before they're even announced, really, like off of a rumor or off of one piece of concept art. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But what are your guys' thoughts on this whole fandom, about fandom culture and the way Disney fans react to change? What are your thoughts? I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, have a wonderful day.